with a guy that's been around for a long time and he's about to retire. What does that make for your chemistry as working together? Are you taking much notice of him because he's about to retire?
Yeah, I mean, at first I meet him and I think he's a dinosaur. You know, I want to be paired with Kevin Alejandro's character, who's this kind of sexy, trendy detective as well. And he's the guy who's flash and cool and making the cases, so I don't want to be with this guy, and our relationship's quite fractious, but then the point of it is that through the turmoil we have become friends, and there's a kind of father-son...
Sort of a mentor-student kind of thing, and it kind of flips over because Don Owen is a guy who has 2 years to retirement. He's just trying to get through the next 2 years without getting shot. Yeah. And so, but he ends up, Theo's character ends up waking up that detective that's still buried deep inside of him. It's a good show, good chemistry.
Back.
Oh, yeah.
Now, to prepare for your roles, you guys both spent time, on the beat with NYPD officers. Yeah. And I heard that, Shai, you actually took a quote from a real officer and used it on the show.
Yeah, I did.
What was it?
There's actually a detective whose name is Walter Clark. This story isn't about him, but this detective ended up being a consultant for NYPD Blue and other cop shows, and he was talking to me one day, and I was asking him about this thing that they have called verbal judo, which is basically you take people down just by talking to them, and you use it as an intimidation thing. He says, you got to be able to look a guy in the face, and you got to tell him, hey, show me your hands or you're going to be wearing one of these bullets. When I heard that, I'm saying that. I don't know who I use that. So I end up saying it in the third episode.
That's what's up. So now, Theo, you grew up in England, which I'm like shocked because I'm looking at the thing and then I'm looking at you talk with your accent, which is kind of mesmerizing, But yeah, so I'm gonna do that cigar thing and put some alcohol in them to loosen them up.
And the time for sex begins.
Watch out.
I knew we'd get back to that.
Yeah, you really don't want to do that. So, but is there a difference between New York cops and British cops? Is there a difference?
Between cops and bubbies?
Yeah, there is. I mean, there's this kind of, what's interesting to being a British guy is that with homicide detectives particularly, they kind of have this rock star nature to them, which British cops don't have in any way. And also they carry lots of guns, which kind of helps.
I heard they do have, some guns. Some of them carry guns.
No, they do.
Right?
They do.
There's another group.
They have special units.
There is another
first,
group.
somebody comes up and says, would you like to come to jail today? No? Okay, hold on a second.
Bring it.